So here we are with Edouard Labruyère at Rouget, second morning of the Primeur week. And it's wonderful, Edouard, to be back, finally, after doing it on Zoom for the last 2 years. But a few questions, if we might. Our first one is coming straight onto price, which is a bit odd. But when pricing your wines, do you look at the intrinsic quality of the vintage, the strength of the market, or the level of production? Where do you go?
Well, first of all, it's such a pleasure to see you back and to see that people are coming back to Bordeaux for the Primeur. I'm glad to see you at Rouget for this 2021 Primeur campaign. Yes, definitely we have to look at different factors. The quantity of cases that are present in the market, how the market, the right bank is not a market maker of a campaign. We have to look what's going on in the Médoc, because the quantities in the Médoc are definitely more important than us. You have to take a look at your livrable, so what's in the market on the previous vintages, to see the prices, and then to see what's going on not only in Bordeaux, because in Bordeaux we have the Bordeaux marketplace that tells you that your price in Bordeaux is that high. But in fact, it's more interesting now to know exactly what's going on all around the world, because Bordeaux can be, a shadow cabinet of what's going on in the rest of the world. So basically, thanks to the global market now, with all those technical tools we use with internet, we know exactly the price of your wine for each vintage. So definitely, to make the Primeur reliable for your customers, we have to take care of what's going on the previous ones.
Okay, brilliant. Well, that's very, very, very well put. And coming specifically to Rouget 2021, which we tasted yesterday, we tasted again in parcel by parcel with you. Were there any specific things about 2021 at Rouget that customers will be particularly interested in?
Yeah, unfortunately, 2021 was very impacted by the frost. Rouget was highly damaged by the frost April 7th and April 8th. We went down to -8 degrees Celsius, and the week before it was 28, so all the buds were out, all the leaves were out, and basically the frost destroyed between 70 to 60% of our capacity of production. That's the reason why Rouget went down. Rouget 2021 went down from usually 37 to 38 hectoliters per hectare, and this year it will be, or 2021 will be only 16 hectoliters per hectare. So roughly, we usually put 400 cases on the market, and this year we will probably put 1,500 cases. Okay. So it has a huge impact. The frost, we are in the middle of the conversion of the certification of being organic, and we try to be also biodynamic. So it has an impact also on the production, on the quantity of the production. And then the mildew was a real challenge in 2021. So the three factors created such a short of volume in Rouget 21. But we definitely wanted to keep the very high standards of quality of Rouget. We were able to go up to 2,000 cases of Rouget, but we deliberately divided best quantity to only keep the very best.
Brilliant. And you mentioned when we were chatting earlier that the team were in the vineyard 45% more than normal. I mean, that's a massive amount of man hours.
Exactly. As you can see, we changed drastically our vineyard management, cover crop. We don't use as much labour, work on the soil as we use. We definitely want to change the ecosystem of Rouget. We planted a lot of new trees at the back. We have some bees production. So putting Rouget in the middle of his ecosystem is clearly the next challenge we have to deal with the next years.
And that leads quite nicely on to asking about, climate change, or more weather or hotter weather, whichever way you look at it, is now seems to be a fact of life.
Yeah.
Does that concern you, and is that a part of the decision about biodynamics and the ecosystem?
The three previous vintages, 18, 19, and 20, showed that we were able to go above 15 degrees of alcohol, which is quite a challenge when you work with natural yeast as we do. Yeah. When you try to be 100% organic or even more biodynamic. So we had to reconsider the whole vineyard management system. So first of all, to consider Rouget as one element within the ecosystem, to reconsider the quantity of leaves on the vine, so the canopy has to be changed.
Yeah.
We cut off all the leaves on the east side to protect, to keep the ones on the west side to protect the berries from the very tough sun of the afternoon. So yeah, it's this global warming, I think, has two, or is it general global warming, or is it climate change? Is not only like you have more high temperature, you have more excesses. Yes. Like when it's frost, it's very frost. When it's hot, it's very hot. It's basically we have to deal with those excesses and make sure that we try to keep something sustainable for an agricultural process as viticulture.
Yeah, it all makes complete sense. Now, this is a question we've asked a lot of people, but you have other estates. But if there was anywhere else in the world outside France, because obviously you have Rouget, Labruyère, Domaine Labruyère, and Champagne Labruyère, which we're releasing today, by the way, where else would you look, or where intrigues you, even if it might not happen soon?
So my family has some vineyard in Napa, but we don't produce wine. We only own the land and we lease the land. It's a fantastic wine region. I would love to go there because I think I'm still fascinated by the American way of life and the way Napa is able to communicate onto the wine industry. But for me, I would love to go to something more new, like Southeast Asia, maybe on very high mountains of Himalaya, like in India or China. Could be very interesting because I think that all those climate changes have a better impact over there than anywhere else in the world.
Okay.
And, finding new population, new customers to educate people to the wine could be fascinating also.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we can't wait for something from the Himalayas. That'll be absolutely no. But look, thank you so much. And for my point, the 2021 we just tasted is absolutely lovely, and we really look forward to releasing it. And if you bought the 20, you're in for a treat because that was delicious too. Brilliant, Edouard. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Will.